Right. Good evening, everyone. So today we'll start operators. In last class we completed data types. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So let's start next chapter, operators in Java. Okay, or we can call it as Java operators. In last class we have completed data types, literals, types of literals, Java 7 new features, type conversions, typecasting, and different test cases we discussed. Okay, and also we discussed Chara data type important points. With that knowledge, now we are moving to the next topic, Java operators or operators in Java, whatever. So I hope you remember we have discussed language fundamentals. Okay, in language fundamentals, we have learned when you plan to develop any program, you have to perform 4 activities. Number one, storing data. Number two, performing validations, calculations. Number three, control the flow of execution. And number four, throwing exceptions if the given value is wrong to terminate the program execution. This is what we discussed in language fundamentals. From the language fundamentals, we have moved to first operation to perform, that is, okay, from the language fundamentals, we moved to the data type chapter to perform the first operation, to perform the first activity as part of one operation, that is storing data in variables. Okay, to store values, we need memory. To memory to create, I need data type. So we discussed data type, we discussed variables. Sometimes we need to conversion, we learn that. Okay, in an operation, we have totally 4 activities. First activity is storing data. That activity we completed. Now we are moving to the next activity, that is performing validations and calculations. After storing values inside variables, we need to verify that values are right or wrong. If the values are right, we will perform calculations. If values are wrong, we will throw exception. So in this chapter, we are trying to understand how to perform validations and calculations. To perform validations and calculations, we should learn operators. So what are the different operators? Okay, what are the different types of operators we have? What are the different operators we have? Totally how many operators Java supporting? What are the sample programs of on each operator? This is the story we are going to learn. So just I have listed out, okay,
मम्मी इसमें जलती नहीं है
some
चाय।
important points here. Let us
हाँ
try to see. Every chapter we are starting with need of this chapter. Then next we are start learning what is and
कितनी भी
why,
भरी हुई बना लो।
and then how. Okay, types of operators, and then how many operators. Then okay, any new features are there in this chapter? In this operators we have Java 8 new features. And next, operator precedence and associativity table, and sample program on each operator, interview and OCA OCP questions we are learning. These are the 10 sections we are learning. Let's see now. First, let's try to understand what is the need of this chapter. Yeah, all you people try to visualize whatever I am trying to explain. You try to visualize. If you visualize, then it will be easy for you to get into your mind. Your feelings are very important. If you feel the subject, then you can easily understand, easily topic will come to your mind. If you are not feeling the subject, just you are time passing, like moving around, okay, moving around and then looking that side, this side, and you are only meant for writing the note, something subject will not come to your mind. Okay, writing notes is not at all important. Okay, storing the points in your mind very important. So what you need to do today, along with me, you also reply. Okay, every time once I finish the statement, you try to repeat after me. Okay, if you don't repeat after me, points will not come to your mind. Operators chapter easy but huge. Okay, so many points are there to remember. So just by writing notes or by hearting points, you cannot remember. Only you have to repeat after me every time. Okay, let's start. What the need of this chapter? Simple point first, let me give. In previous chapter we have learned
Learn
different
different
data
data
types.
types. Hmm.
we have learned different data types available in Java for creating variable and objects. Just now I have concluded. What the use of variables and objects?
For storing
single value and multiple values. Fine. Now we have values. Then it is our as per our project requirement, we have to verify those values are valid or not. Okay. After storing values, we must perform different validations and calculations for knowing whether given value is correct or wrong. And also for generating result. If correct, generating results. So validations are meant for performing. Okay, validations are meant for knowing the given value correct or wrong, and calculations are meant for generating result. Okay, fine. So in this chapter we will learn performing validations and calculations with the different operators available in Java. Okay. Now let me take one example. Okay. Let's say a small example I am taking. Addition example. No, I don't like to take a big examples. If you take big examples, you will be deviated from the subject. Concept will not come into your mind. Once a concept came into your mind, I can go for big examples. My behavior is always I want to take examples which you know, and from there I will take you to the unknown points. So I am taking addition. Addition is easy for you to understand. Class addition with an add method with two parameters I am taking into a. So what the purpose of parameters? For receiving the values and store to execute this method logic. Okay, assume that I have passed some values and the values are available in A and B. Now I am going to perform something like this. Int is equal to A plus B and system.out.println C. Now can you all people tell me int C equal to A plus B, this statement performing calculations or validations? Is this statement int C equal to A plus B performing calculation or validation? It is not performing validation. It is performing calculation. What the meaning of calculation? Just generating some result. A plus B, after adding two numbers, some result is generated, right? So A plus B is a calculation operation. After calculation, after result generated, what should we do? We must store, okay? Here two operators are executing. Did you notice? Here two operators are executing, plus operator and assignment operator. Two operators are executing. Okay, fine. Then I don't want to execute this logic always. I want to execute this logic only for positive numbers. If you pass negative numbers, I don't want to execute. That means I want to control the execution of the statement. How can I control? By using control flow statement if. I must give the information to if this is a valid value or wrong value. For that, in if parenthesis, we must write one small expression. Okay, some important terminology I'm trying to use here. We must place one expression, condition. We must place one condition expression. What is that? Now, if the value is greater than 0, if A value greater than 0 and B value greater than 0, then only logic execute. Otherwise, don't execute. Okay, then tell me here what I am using. This is called A greater than 0 and then B greater than 0. This expression is called int C equal to A plus B. That expression is called what? Calculation. So tell me what the use of this chapter, what you are learning in this chapter. In this chapter you are learning performing validations and calculations. What the meaning of validation? Checking the given value is valid or not. If the given value is valid, then perform calculations. Calculations means what? Generate the result. Okay, up to now understand what the need of this chapter? Got clarity? So comfortable up to now? Comfortable? Okay. So tell me now, here in validation, how many operators I have used? Two operators, greater than symbol and symbol. Okay, I have used two operators in the validation. Okay, then tell me what happened here. What happened here in this validation? First, which part is executed? A greater than 0 executed. If A greater than 0 is true, then AND operator allows to execute second expression or second condition, B greater than 0. If B greater than 0 also generated true, then AND operator final result generated and give to if. That result may be true or may be false. If the value given is true, then control will go to if condition. Control if condition allows the control go to if block, logic executed, result is generated. If the given value, if the AND operator generated value is false, then control will go to if condition. It is going after if condition. The rest of the statements placed after if block in the method, those statements are executed. This is the flow of execution. So if you recollect, if you want to perform one operation, totally 4 activities I have to do. Activity number 1, store values, int a comma int b, stored values. Activity number 2, perform validations. Okay, a greater than 0 and then b greater than 0, that is validation. If your validation values are correct, perform calculation. If your validations are wrong, throw exception. Okay, currently I'm not throwing exception, we'll see them later. Okay, this is the basic idea. Okay, I have questions now. In this entire program, I have performed validations and calculations. You understood clearly? Then answer my question. I want you answer one question here. Observe. By using operators, what are the different operations we can perform by using operators? Can you please conclude? By using operators, what are the different operations we can perform? By using operators, we can perform 3 operations. What are the 3 operations? Number 1, we'll perform 3 operations. What are the 3 operations? Look at this program. If you look at this program, you are going to get all the points very clearly. What are the 3 operations we perform? Number 1, assignment operation. Come on, focus, look into that add method. Inside add method, you have all the operation. By using operator or by using operators, we can perform totally 3 operations in an we can perform 3 operations or 3 activities, whatever. Okay, we can perform 3 operations. What that? Assignment operation. Number 2, come on, try. Look at there. A greater than 0 and then b greater than 0, what we call it as? Validation. Number 2, validation. Next, number 3, a plus b. What the a plus b? Calculations. Okay, assignment, validations, calculation. By using operator, we will perform 3 operation: assignment operation, validations operation, calculation operation. Okay, no more 5 minutes, this operator chapter theory is going to complete. So please try to focus. In this one slide, I'm going to give you complete details about operators chapter. So please focus. Now tell me now, can you please identify where is assignment operation in this program? Now you are passing the arguments to A and B. You are passing arguments to A and B from the main method. Let's say you are passing value 10 and 20. The 10 and 20 storing in A and B, that is a assignment. First you are do always assignment. Then now this is always called what? Assignment. The next, come on, A greater than 0. Okay, b greater than 0 and what this operation? This is validations. Okay, this operation is called what? Validation. The next, if you take a plus b, now what is that? A plus b. A plus b is a calculation. It's generating the results, so that's why it is called calculations. Everybody understand? So tell me, what are the different operations we can perform by using an operator? Totally we can perform, what is the total, how many operations we can perform? 3 operations. What are the 3 operations? Assignment operation, validation operation, calculation operation. Can you tell me, C equal to A plus B, this is also assignment operation? Okay, this is also assignment operation. Okay, fine. So generally assignment operation will come at 2 levels. Number 1, storing the value. Number 2, in the calculation also we will do assignment. At beginning assignment will be there, at end also again assignment will be there. Okay, fine. Tell me, sir, I have a question. If you go back to the data type chapter, at end we develop class college. Remember class college to store the real object values. Class college. In the main method we have written something like this: example e1 equal to new example we have written. Remember, example e1 equal to new example we have written. Tell me, what is this new here? What is this new? Come on, what is new? Only new. Focus only on new. What is new? New example is object. New creates object. I'm not talking about what new example is doing. New example creates object. Accepted. But what is new? What is new? New is a keyword, okay? But what is it? What its duty? What is doing? It is a keyword, okay, accepted. But what is it? It is also an operator. New is also an operator. Okay, new is also an operator. What operator it is? Plus is a addition operator. Greater than is a relational operator. And is a logical operator. Single equality is a assignment operator. Like that, what is new? New is a object creation operator. What is new? New is a object creation operator. All are catching my point? Now, the new keyword performing operation is also kind of what? Calculation operation. It is also kind of calculation. Background, it is doing some calculation, creating object, returning the reference, and storing the reference in even variable, right? So new is also an operator. It is object creation operator. It is also meant for performing calculations, not meant for performing assignment, not meant for performing validation. You take any operator, all operators are comes under any one of these three operations only: assignment operation performing operators, validation operation performing operators, and calculations operation performing operators. Three types of operators. Can you hope can I hope all you people got some clear picture on this topic? Need of this chapter, what you are planning to learn this chapter? Tell me. Already we have learned assignment operation. Already we have discussed assignment operator. Type conversion, type casting is nothing but assignment operation only. One more time I will explain you, don't worry. And next we should discuss about validation operators, and then we should discuss about calculation operators. Okay, finally conclude what you are learning in this chapter. Main focus in this chapter is what? In this chapter we have learned performing validations and calculations with the different operators available in Java. Okay. Now, with this addition simple logic, I want to take one more example. Are you ready? I want to take one more example. Try to reply. Please try to reply. Give your answers in the comment section. It's very important. You have to interact. So don't sit silently. If you interact with me, if you reply along with me, you will get a lot of awareness on the subject. If you silently sitting and watching, nothing will come. It is become a movie. After 2 hours you will forget everything. Okay, it will become simple movie. Okay, don't make it as a movie. Come on, what the question I am asking, carefully think. Your mother has prepared a big list to buy different things required for your home. Your home needs like sugar, oil, salt, soaps. Okay, different things you want, dal. Okay, then all the things written on a paper. Then what are you doing? Taking that paper and you are going to one supermarket. Then in the supermarket you are taking one basket, trolley, or you can say trolley. You are taking one travel. Are you visualizing? Are you visualizing or looking at the screen? Visualize. You are going. Your mother has written all the required things on a paper. Okay, and then you are taking that paper, go to one supermarket. Then you are taken one trolley. Now with the trolley, with this paper, you started moving uh, across all the things available in the shop. Now what are you doing now? You are looking into paper. Okay, now the tea. Okay, tea packet want. So then you are searching where is the tea packet counter. Then you are, if you don't know, you are calling one helper there, asking, Babu, where is a tea packet counter? Then you go to tea packet counter, looking at, your mother has written 250 grams. Okay, 250 grams packet, where is it? You are finding, taking it and placing in the what do you call it, trolley. If not 250 grams, if not found, then you are calling the helper and taking help from that particular boy or girl, asking where is 250 grams tea packet. Then the particular helper helping you and giving. Tell me, in this entire process, do we have our data type chapter, operators chapter, control flow statement chapter, and what you call calculation chapter, I mean exceptionaling chapter? Think. First, what your mother did? First, what your mother did? Your mother written all required things on a paper. That is which operation? Is it assignment or validation or calculation? Mother did assignment. Assignment means what? Storing. Paper is a variable, right? Paper is a variable, and all the list of information is values. Your mother hand is assignment operator. Okay, your mother hand is assignment operator. Pen and your mother hand is what? Assignment operator, right? Assignment is completed. Now the paper has given to you. Now your eyes, Okay, most danger. Your eyes is now control flow statements. Okay, if condition, your eye is if condition. Take that paper and now you are scanning. Okay, correctly written or not, everything. Now using your eyes, your brain, you are doing the different validations, calculations. Take that paper and then take the money and go to supermarket. Now you are going on the road and looking at the road. Where is the supermarket? Your eyes told, a supermarket came. Then validations passed. Then doing calculation. You are going inside that calculation. And then you are taking the paper. Now finding for what? Finding for what? Tea packet. That is what? Finding for tea packet, that is what? Searching if condition. Where is tea packet? Where is tea packet? A greater than 0, a b greater than 0, equal to, double equal to. In your mind, what is there? T. Now you are searching the packet who is having the heading called what? Title called what? T, right? So now you are going for tea, Tata tea packet, you are searching, let's say. Then now you found, yes, your eyes found Tata tea packet, true. Okay, if your word equal to Tata tea packet, then your mind is giving true. Then immediately, if condition, your hand is going and taking and placing in the basket. You while taking, again you are verifying 250 grams, 250 grams or 500 grams, or how much is there, you are going to check. Okay, 1000 grams you are checking. If you found 250 grams, you are placing. If not found, then you are now looking, throwing exception. Okay, you are going to else block and throwing exception, searching for helper. Then helper coming and helping you. So tell me, wherever you go, what operations will be there? Assignment, validations, calculations in your real life. Finally, you bought all the things there in the list and placed in your trolley, and now pushing the trolley to the counter, payment counter. Then payment counter, now the cashier is taking one item from the basket and adding to the system, na? Scanning that packets, and one, this information is adding how many packets. Okay, the product quantity and total amount. Product quantity, total amount. Tell me now, the scan machine what is doing? Assignment. Okay, the scan is doing what operation? Assignment. After that assignment, storing inside the system. Now inside system, it started doing this product, how many quantity into how much price, total. Right? 2 quantity, 100 rupees each. Total amount is what? 200 rupees. Okay, so complete information is coming. At last, now tell me, total you are getting, that is called what? Calculation. Then now totally, let's say 5000 rupees happen. Now you are giving 5000 rupees to the cashier taking 5000 rupees notes, and the cashier is started such checking, is that money original notes are fake notes are checking, na? That is called what? Validation. So if all notes are original notes, then placing inside cash box, that is called calculation. And subtracting, let's say 1000 rupees happen, but I given a 2000 rupees note, let's say. Now the 1000 rupees is deducting from there and giving you back, that's called calculation. Wherever you go, without this chapter operators, you cannot run your life. So why this much examples I am taking? I want to make this operators chapter not as a subject. I want to make this operators chapter as part of your life. Wherever you go, I want you see this assignment, this operators chapter, assignment, validations, calculation. And tell me, after class completed, you are in home now, your mother preparing some snacks for you, right? And tell me, mother preparing snacks and placing in a plate, that is what? Assignment. Then you are taking the plate into your hand, one more copy operation, assignment. Then taking that and putting in your mouth, immediately tongue performing what operation? Tongue, your tongue performing what operation? Your tongue performing what operation? Your tongue is performing validation, taste checking, na? It is a validation operation, right? It's performing validation operation. Then next, the next, now your teeth performing what operation? Validation and calculation both. What the validation? Any stones are coming. Okay, any stones are coming. Okay, now if no stones are there, making into water, that is called what? Calculation. Throwing inside the stomach. Then stomach is started doing one more level of calculation, making into what you call uh, energy, okay, nothing but blood and energy and everything, right? So tell me, wherever you go, assignment, validation, calculation should come. So you have to start identify this assignment, validation, calculation everywhere in your life. Can I hope you will continue? Can I hope you will practice like this? You know, Java concepts you have to practice in two ways. Number one, with real life, and of course with the programming life also. First you have to connect with the real life, then programming life automatically will come. So now I'm giving you 1 minute time. Can you please try to think your own example on, I want you see assignment, validation, calculation. Please write in comment section. Please write in comment section. I'm waiting for your answers. Completed. What is the need of this chapter? I given full clarity. So in this chapter we are learning performing validations and calculations with the given values. For performing validations and calculations we have several operators are there. Okay, then before going to list out all the different operators, first I want you to tell me, if interviewer ask a question, a simple question, tell me what is an operator, why an operator, what is an operand, why an operand, what is an expression, why an expression. Okay, so now let's move to understand what is an operator, what is an operand, what is an expression. Okay, first let us concentrate on operator. Arey Baba, already I have answered, you already answered. Okay, look at that. Now, greater than is an operator, and is an operator, single equal to assignment is an operator, plus is an operator, new is an operator. Carefully look at these statements, you will realize very important point. Greater than, double and, equal to, plus, all are what? Symbols, right? Symbols that have some operations background. Symbol is associated background with some logic. Okay, I told you keywords, keyword also having background some logic. Static keyword has some logic, void has some logic, int has some logic, class has some logic. Similarly, every symbol has some logic background in the compiler and JVM software. So greater than is a symbol attached with some logic, and then is a logic attached to some, sorry, is a symbol attached to background some logic, plus is a symbol attached to some logic background. Okay, look at that. New is not a symbol, it is a word, still it is acting as an operator. So what is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called what? An operator. Do you understand the definition? What is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called an operator. Simple definition. Accepted? Visualization is very important. For example, I am taking int a equal to 10. Follow? Here what operation is there? Assignment. Okay. Here single equal to is an assignment operator. Don't pronounce it as, don't say it as equal to. You know, generally we have some wrong thought. Okay, int a equals to 10, generally people call it as int a equals to 10. Please don't call it as equals to, because you are going to get confusion. we have equality operator, double equals to. So with a single equal to, double equal to, you have confusion. That's why I want you stop pronouncing it as a equals to, pronounce it as assignment. Okay, int a assignment 10, or you can say 10 assigned to a variable. Pronounce it as assignment operator. So what operator I have used there? Assignment. So that in exam you don't have confusion and you don't commit mistakes between double equal to operator and assignment operator. Okay, fine. I'm taking one more example. If a greater than 0, tell me here condition is if or a greater than 0 is a condition. A greater than 0 is a condition, and that is called validation. Okay, if a greater than 0, condition if is validation. Okay, then greater than is a validation operator. Okay, the next int SOPLN a plus 20. Tell me in this a plus 20, plus is what? Plus is what? A calculation operator. Simple. So what is an operator? A symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment operation, validation and calculation operations is called an operator. Simple point. Can you remember this definition? Simple definition. And every operator is background associated with some logic. Every operator is associated with some logic background. Whenever you use the operator, it's a mapping logic will be executed by compiler and JVM. Wonderful. Then tell me, now we understood operator. Now I want to understand operand. Okay, what is an operand? Why operand? Okay, tell me here, if you observe that those expression int a equal to 10, look at there, 10, a, 0, a plus 20, what all these are? These are all values, right? 10 is a value, a is a value, what? 10. 0 is a value, a is a 10 value. So what is happening here? Why we have used those values there? We are giving these values as an input to the operator to execute. We are giving 10 as an input to assignment operator. We have given a and 0 as assignment as an input to the validation operator, and a value 10 and 20 we given as a inputs to the plus operator. Already catching my point? So tell me, what is an operand? Very simple here. Operand is nothing but a value that we are passing, or the value that we are sending as a input to a operator. A value that we are passing as a input to an operator is called what? Operand. Simple definition. A value that is passed as an input to an operator for performing an assignment, validation, calculation operations is called an operand. Simple, na? Very, very small topic, right? Which topic, right? Already comfortable, na? So if anybody asks you, tell me what is operator, what is operand? Will you confuse or will you visualize? Will you visualize these screens, these slides, or these slides will come to your mind? Okay, very simple here. Operator is a symbol or a word that is meant for performing assignment, validation, calculation operations is called operator here. Okay, okay, then tell me what is operand? It's very simple here. So if you want to execute operator, I need some value. The value we are passing as input to operator is called operand. Wonderful. Then what is an expression? Okay, simple. What is an operand? Operand is nothing but input to the value to perform one operation. Okay, simple point. Tell me, what is an expression? Bolo, what is an expression? I have already used the terminology. All these terminology already have used. Just I am making a notes. That's it. And tell me, int a equal to 10 is an expression. Okay, int a equal to 10, it is an expression. A greater than 0, it is an expression. A plus 20, it is an expression. These are all expressions. Tell me, what is a equal to 10? A is an operand, 10 is an operand, assignment operator, a combination of operator and operands, operators and operands is called an expression. Simple term. So tell me, did you learn all these points in your academics already? Is it a revision or you are learning new points? All these points you learn in your academics, or these points are new points? Have you learned? Definitely you come across, okay, definitely you come across all these words, but you know, this much elaborated discussion happened in your academics or not, I don't know. I'm just trying to introduce this chapter in my own way, in my HK style. That's it. Just in a HK style, I'm introducing. Okay, if you learn all these points, okay, it's wonderful. Because in my class, you know, most of the people are non-IT background students. who don't know anything about any programming language, so they should also know all these points. Okay, in your academics already, if you know, it's wonderful, it is a revision. So please try to participate, and you can give me some any new points. If your lecturers are explain some new points other than what I am discussing, you can give me those points in the comment section. I'm ready to accept, and I'll share them to other people. Okay. Then now I have a question. Carefully think. What is an operator? Understood. What is an operand? Understood. What is an expression? You understood. But why? Always we know, we will plan to what understand why now. What the topics we completed up to now? Need of this chapter. What is an operator? What is an operand? What is an expression? Right? And then now we are moving to why. Why an operator? Why an operand? Why an expression? Only just a okay. In the previous slide only we completed. Just I want to quickly mention why an operator, why an operand, why an expression. Okay, tell me. Totally we are performing three things here: operator, operand, expression. First you tell me what, I will tell why. Tell me, what is an operator? Operator is a word or a symbol. A word or a symbol. Then why an operator? To perform validations, calculations and assignments. You tell what, I will tell why. Okay na? Just sharing what to why. And tell me next, what is an operand? A operand is a value. Operand is a value. Then why operand? It is used for passing it as an input to operator to execute. For giving inputs to an operator to perform validations, calculations and assignments. Wow, wonderful. Next, what is an expression? Expression is a combination of operator and operand. Why an expression? Expression used for performing one operation. Which operation? Addition operation, subtraction operation, division operation, multiplication operation, deposit operation, withdraw operation, finding total marks of the student, finding rank and percentage of the student. Okay, finding the total salary of employee, what is the HRA he has to pay, what is the tax he has to pay. All these calculations are comes under what? Now expression. So I hope you got full picture on what is an operator, why operator, what is an operand, why operand, what is an expression, why expression. Okay, now we have completed need of this chapter. In this chapter we are learning performing validations and calculations with the given inputs. What is an operator? Operator is a symbol or a word. What is an operand? Giving in the value. Operand is nothing but value. What is an expression? Combination of operator and operand. What is why an operator? Operator meant for performing validation, calculations, assignment. What the use of operand? To give the input to the operator to execute. What is an expression? Why an expression? Expression meant for performing validations and calculations as part of one operation. Now this is the most important point. Okay, these are 3 points you might have come across already in academics, but this is the very, very important point. What are the different things we can use an operand? Very, very important. What are the different things we can use an operand? Come on, sir. What are the different things we can use an operand? Operand means what? Plus operator, left side, right side. What are the different things we can use? Operator is meant for what? Expecting some value. Okay, whichever the thing contains the value, generate the value, that thing we can use as a operand. What is operand? Operand is a value which is an input to the operator to execute. So what are the different places we can have value? A literal is a value, 10 is a value, 20 is a value. Next, we can use where we can have the value. We can have value directly as a literal or inside a variable, right? Variable. Inga, what else? You remember we can return value from a method. I can call one method to get value. Come on. I can call a method to get value. Then the method which is returning the value is called non-void method. What we call non-void method call. You can also use a non-void method call as a operand. Wonderful. The next, fourth point, can I use an expression as an operand? I'm preparing a big expression. Plus operator I am using 10 times. Can I use an expression as an operand to another operator? Yes. An expression also. So what are the different things we can use an operand? We can use 4 things as an operand: literal, variable, non-void method call, and an expression. It's very important from interview, especially OCA exam point of view. Okay, Oracle Certified Associate Certification exam point of view, this slide is very important, and I'm going to deal this slide in every operator. Totally 40 operators are there. In all 40 operators, I'm going to use this slide. So that's why please try to remember it. So as an operand, we can use a literal, we can use variable, we can use a non-void method call, and we can use as what? Expression. Because Java is an object-oriented programming language, we can also use object also. Okay, as an operand we can use object. Okay, under that variable object also going. Okay, object referenced variable object. Variable means 2 types of variables: primitive variable and referenced variable. Primitive variable contain primitive value, referenced variable contains what? Object reference. Some operators accept object also as an argument. Okay, finally, so these are the basic idea. What are the different things we can use as an operator? Got clarity? Give me some examples of literal. A 10 plus 20 literals. Variable a plus b. Non-void method call m1 plus m2. m1 returning one value, m2 returning another value. Both values are added and store the result. An expression, a big expression. Observe here, 10 plus c is an expression. 10 plus is an expression which is passing as an operand to star, nothing but multiplication operator. And next, division operator, operand is what? 20 minus 30. 20 minus 30 is an expression acting as an operand to division operator. Can I hope all you people understand this slide? Okay, all right. So again, just every time I am giving the list of concepts we discussed. We completed need of this chapter. What is an operator? Operand, expression. What is an operator? Why operator? Why operand? And why expression? Then what are the different things we can use as an operand? What are the different things we can use as an operand? Right, completed. Now from here onwards, we are purely entering into operator story. Are you ready? Up to this is the background. These 4 points are the background. Now we are entering into Java operators. We are entering into slowly into Java operators. Up to these 4 points common to all languages. Now we are entering into Java side. Okay. Types of operators based on functionality and based on operands. Already we have completed. Okay. Already we completed this topic. Types of operators. Tell me, how many types of operators? Types of operators based on functionality and based on operators. Types of operators means the operators based on functionality, we have some type of operators. Based on operands also we have operators. First let us see based on functionality. Based on functionality, based on the functionality of an operator, we have 3 types of operators. Can you tell me now? Based on functionality, we have 3 types of operators. Come on. Assignment operators, validation operators, calculation operators. Assignment operators, validation operators, and calculation operators. Assignment operators are only one. Okay. Next, validation operators are how many? Less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, double equal to, not equal to, double and double are, etc. More are there. Next, calculation operators: plus, to, minus, into, division, modulo, single and singular, etc. more there. Okay, na? So these are the operators based on functionality. Tell me, what are the operators we have based on operands? What are the operators we have based on what are the operators we have based on, what do you call? What are the operators we have based on operands? We have 3 types of operands. We have 3 types of operators are there based on operands. Some operators will take only one operand, sir. Some operators will take 2 operands. Some operators will take 3 operands. Again repeating, there are 3 types of operators based on the operands it is taking. There are some operators take only one operator. There are some operands taking two operands. There are some operators are there taking one operand. Repeating once again. Repeating once again. There are some operators are taking one operand. There are some operators are taking two operands. There are some operators are they taking three operands. So they are called as unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operators. Okay, based on the functionality, we have validation, calculation, assignment. Storing operator nothing but assignment. Based on the operands, we have three types of operators: unary operator, binary operator, ternary operators. Okay, tell me some of the operators, unary operators. Come on, come on. Tell me some of the operators comes under unary. A operator that takes only one operator. Let's say I am taking a variable int a equal to 10. Okay, then now I am writing a plus plus. Plus plus is an operator that taking only one operator. So this is a unary operator. Or plus plus a is a unary operator. Okay, next sign operator, plus plus a minus a. Okay, plus a minus a. So these are also what? Unary operators. Are you catching my point? Next, to remember, there is something called tilde. Tilde, 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 tilde we can use. Okay, it is also unary operator. We have not. Okay, not a. Okay, don't worry about the data type. Okay, assume that there is a variable called a. Assume that we have a variable called a, because people who know already operators chapter, they may confuse. That's why I am hiding. Okay, right. Then next, not operator. We also have one more operator called new. New is taking one operand called constructor call. Constructor call, it is taking one operator. So now tell me, how many total number of operators are there as a unary? One plus plus. Just I am taking plus plus. And then minus minus. Minus minus. Okay, a minus minus. Minus minus a. Plus operator, minus, increment operator, decrement operator, plus, minus, and next tilde. It is called bitwise complement operator. Okay, tilde we call generally tilde, but it's called bitwise complement operator. We call it as explanatory, but we call it as not. Okay, all right. So totally how many are there? New operator: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many unary operator Java supports? 7 unary operator Java support. Look at that. Okay, 11 I have written. Totally 7, but from here 11 come. We'll see that. Okay, if I miss anything, what else are there? Okay, we will see that. Okay, some of the examples I'm giving, we'll see all operators. No need to worry. Next, now binary operators. Tell me, binary operators. How many binary operators are there? Okay, several binary operators are there. Okay, now tell me now. Under binary operators, we have, observe, a plus b addition. Let me write separately. A minus b, and next a into b, right? Then next we have a by b, right? A by b, and a less than b, and a greater than b. Like this, we have several binary operators. Next, tell me some of the ternary operators. How many ternary operators are there? We have only one ternary operator with two symbols. One ternary operator with two symbols, question mark and colon. How to write now? It is a expression 1, question mark, expression 2, colon, expression 3. Okay, if expression 1 is, ternary operator is also called as conditional operator. Okay, it is called ternary operator, also call it as conditional operator. Why it is called conditional operator? Because it is working on condition. Okay, it is working on condition. So the first expression is boolean, boolean expression. If this expression value true, expression, this one is executed. Okay, question mark after expression executed. So if expression 1 is false, after colon available, executed. Are you catching my point? Now if it is a true, it is executed. If it is a false, expression 3 executed. Can I say ternary operator is the alternative way of writing? Huh? Can I say it is an alternative way of executing? Can I say it is an alternative way of executing if else? Alternative of if else, right? So just I given the some sample things here. We have what operators? These are the all some of the unary operators, and some of the unary operators, and these are the binary operators, and this is only one ternary operator. Okay, look at this table. Totally how many operators are there? Count. Count. I will write all these operators once again. I will write all operators. First you count. Totally how many are there? Hey, I'm not talking about the division. Already given division 12 above. Okay. I want you count symbols. How many symbols are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So totally how many operators Java supports? 40 operators. Shall we try to write all these operators without looking into the screen? Are ready to help me? Ready to help me? You have to help. It's a challenge. It's a challenge to all. Okay. It's a challenge to all. I will try to make it simple to you. Okay. I will make you simple understanding, easy manner to understand. You can simple way you can easily understand. Remember, we have for what do you call it? 64 keywords we discussed, right? 64 reserved words, 51 keywords, right? 10 reserved keywords, 10 reserved keywords, and next 3 literals. Totally 64 reserved words we have discussed, and we remember just like that. 40 operators after all we can easily remember. No, all 40 operators are divided into 12 divisions based on their operations performed. Who divided? James Gosling divided. No, I divided for our understanding. Okay, for every easiness purpose, easy understanding purpose, I divided, because there are so many other we need to group now. Like Java we divided into core Java, advanced Java, like that we divided. First always I prefer you to remember assignment operator. Without assignment operation you cannot do anything, right? Assignment operator, how many are there? One. What is that? What is that? It is equal. Okay, single equal. Next, after assignment, now we should go for some calculations. Now I'm going to write arithmetic operators. How many arithmetic operators are there? We have
6.
5 arithmetic operators. What are they? We have 5 arithmetic operators. What are they? Plus, minus, into, division. Generally people call modulo operator. You can also call it as remainder. Totally 5 operators. Next to arithmetic, still in the calculation we have increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators. How many are there? 2. What are they? Plus plus, minus minus. Okay, increment and decrement operators, plus plus, minus minus. Okay, next. Next. After increment, decrement, finally I found the values. Now I wanted to find those values are valid or not. For that we know relational operators. It is verifying the relation. Relational operators. How many relational operators we have? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are the relational operators? Less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than or equal. You know, some people are also included double equal to, not equal to also under relational operators, but I don't want. Okay, I want to take it separately. Instance of. Okay, we have also one more word called instance of. Instance of operator is also relational operator. Some people will call it as a relational operator as a object type checking. It is an object type checking operator. Okay, instance of is a keyword. Now it is also, I told you now what is a operator. Operator is a symbol or a word, right? A symbol or a word. Instance of is a word that is also acting as an operator. It can be called as a relational operator, or you can call it as object type checking operator. Okay, next. Fifth one is what? Logical operators. Okay, relational operator. One minute. Equality operators. Equality operators. How many equality operators? We have 2. What the two? What the two equality operators? Double equal to and not equal to. Okay, many of the books and trainers will also include this equality operators also part of relational operators, but I want to separate them. Okay, for my convenience I am separating, and it is not a wrong. Okay, it's also correct, no problem. Okay, you can also call it as equality operator and not equal to operator. This is double equal to equality, and this is not equal to. Okay, fine. Then next, logical operators. How many logical operators we have? 3 logical operators. What are the 3 logical operators? Double N, double R, and yeah. Okay, we have 2 logical operators. One second. We have 2 logical operators, and then bitwise operators. Next operator is bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. Tell me, how many bitwise operators we have? We have 3 bitwise operators. What are they? Number 1. No, this is a 4. Okay, 4 operators are there. Bitwise operators are 4. What are they? Number 1, single and. This is called bitwise and, bitwise inclusive or, bitwise exclusive or cap, bitwise exclusive or, and bitwise complement operator. Okay, bitwise complement operator, negation. Okay, we have one more logical operator. Yes, that is not. Okay, not also comes under logical operator, not. Okay, totally 3. So double and, double R, and not. Single and, singular, single and singular, cap, and then negation. Negation, we can call it as a negation, we can call it as a tilde, we can call it as bitwise complement operator. Okay, next, shift operator. Shift operator, shift operator. Shift. Okay, Swift or Shifter. The Swift is a car name. Okay, car brand. Shift operators. These operators are also called as short circuit operators, right? These operators are what? We have shift operators 3. What are the 3? Left shift, right shift, double right shift. Okay, totally 3 operators are there. Left shift, right shift, double right shift. There is not double left shift. Okay. Then next, after Shift operators. What are the next operators? Guess. Next operators. Next, what else? Now totally we have 7 Adhyaksha. What are the 7? Plus plus, minus minus, plus minus, okay, negation, not, and last one is what? New. Okay, but I'm giving count here. I'm giving count here 1 plus 6. Why? I'm giving only 1 here. Why? Anybody can guess? Because remaining operators already we have used above number, right? Okay, remaining operators already we have used. So I don't want to give the number again. I'm giving here 1 plus 6. Okay, let me confirm. Yeah, unary operator not mentioned. Okay, chalo, no problem. Right. So 1 plus 6. Okay, I'll do one thing. This unary operator, we will try to take as part of the table. Now, unnecessary confusion. In place of unary operator, I am writing object creation. Okay, next operator is object creation. Object creation operator. Okay, how many are there? Only one. What is that? New keyword. Okay. Next. Next. Ternary. Ternary operator. Under a ternary operator, we have 2 operators. Okay. Under a ternary operator, we have 2 operators. What are the 2 operators? Colon, question mark, and colon. Question mark and colon. Next, compound. Compound assignment operators. What are the compound assignment operators? How many are there? No, 11. What are they? Compound assignment means calculation plus assignment 2 will come. Simple arithmetic operators. Plus equal to, minus equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, into equal to, division equal to, modulo equal to. Okay, and the next, how many completed? 5. And next, double and equal to, single and equal to. Okay, single R equal to, single cap equal to, single cap equal to. Okay, then look at there. How many operators came? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then next. So totally how many are there? 11. What are the remaining? Left shift equal to, right shift equal to, and double right shift equal to. So totally these are the operators. These are all comes under compound assignment operators. Okay, totally 11. And last but not least, Java 8 feature lambda operator. Lambda operator only one. Lambda operator only one. Oh, you may confuse it. Lambda operator arrow. Okay, lambda operator is arrow. Okay, so now count to totally 40 operators came. One, 6, 7, 8, 13, 15, 18, 22, 25, 26, 28, 29, 40. Okay. So totally we have 40 operators. Java supports 40 operators. So if you by heart these 40 operators, then we can start programming. Will you by heart? Can you write these operators without looking into notes by your own? Without looking into notes, you must write all these operators. Okay. Now, if you by heart and remember, then I can take you to the next steps. Okay. First, I want you by heart and remember all these operators. Look at here. How many points we completed? We completed 7 points. Need of this chapter. What is an operator? Need of this chapter. What is an operator? What is an operand? What is an expression? Why an operator? Why an operand? Why an expression? What is the different things we can pass as an operands? Types of operators based on functionality and based on operands. Based on functionality 3, based on operation operands also 3. How many operator Java supports? 40, and their group names, 12 group names are there. Java 8 new operator, that is lambda operator arrow. Okay, right. So I hope you understand all the points what we discussed in today class. Please practice all this VT table. Operators, precedence and associativity table we have to prepare. And this table we can prepare only if you are strong in all 40 operators, if you remember. Okay, right. So double colon is not a operator, it is a separator. Okay, there are 4 words are there people are calling as operators. First one is diamond operator. Second one is dot operator. Third one is array operator. Array operator. And the next double colon operator. Okay, people are calling, these are the operators, but according to Sun Microsystem documents, these are not comes under operators list. Everyone understand? According to Sun Microsystem documents, these are not comes under operators. These are comes under separators. Okay, these are comes under separators. So people are calling them as operators, but I don't call as operator. I'll show you the documents so that you will believe me. Latest version 14. Okay, 15 I have not yet downloaded. Just open 14 version. Look at that. We have lexical structure. Here under that you will find, look at the separators and operators. Click on operators. Look at this. These are the operators. Count. Two operators are missing here. $38 only there. Two operators are missing. What are the two? New keyword and instance of. Okay, they wanted to mention only symbols as operators list. Okay, new and instance of they have given under keywords. Under keyword section they given that. Where is that keywords? Yeah, new and instance of I A B C D F G H I instance of. Okay, and next if you come to separators list, in separators you have the array operator, dot operator, and a double colon. So people are calling them as operators. You want to call operators, you call, otherwise leave it, it's up to you. I'm not going to call them as operators, I'll call as a separators. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Whatever they mention in the documentation, just I am trying to read. That's it. All for today class. I hope all you people have my idea, good theory understanding. And what do you call operator precedence table and lambda, what do you call associativity table.